Thanks to you guys, we reached nearly 1,200 likes on the first Europa Universalis for Japan video, so we're continuing our Colonial adventure. If you haven't seen the first part yet, you will find a link in the comments and video description. And without too much talk, let's roll. That's right, 1482, we're back to Japan, and we recently just formed Japan because of the specific strategy that we used in the first part. So in today's part, we will be focusing on our missions, we will be focusing on colonizing, and speaking of colonizing, we have the subject of Taidori, which is also colonizing for us right now, so we can expand 2 times faster. We ourselves are making a colony right next to Sambas, which we plan to take a gold mine off. And honestly, if not one of you guys in the comments, I probably would have forgotten about this monument in Micronesia because of how rarely I use it. So this is a province that we will soon begin colonizing as well, as there is this monument that grants you up to 25 settler increase. Now we're going to start a war versus Oroni. Before we do so, we do have a few rebel factions coming up, so what we're going to do is just provoke revolts, deal with that real quick, and then we can fight. After this war, I plan to finally fight Ming. Right now they have 83 mandate, and it's likely that soon they will pass one of the celestial reforms, which will bring their mandate down to 20, or around 20. And then is when we strike and we take tons of cash because we really need it. Our economy is not in the best shape right now. We have 9 loans, and we need to repay all of our loans to complete this mission, which is really important because it's gonna give us another gold mine. Also, look at that, our samurai force limit has increased to 11, so definitely we're gonna recruit more of those. These guys have discipline plus 5% and morale damage received minus 10%, so they are much better than the regular soldiers. There we go, you're dead. You're dead. And we can pop the last rebel faction. Our mercenaries can go and deal with Korchin, while our regular units are gonna go ahead and siege over here. Now we can also finish our second plutocratic idea. This is gonna give us morale of armies plus 10% and national unrest minus 1. As well, we get 5% tech cost reduction from our national ideas. So this is gonna allow us to continue being at the top of our game with technologies. We already have nearly 50 innovativeness, so everything costs 5% cheaper. Oh boys, here we go. Ming is down to 20 mandate as expected. Okay, so we need to get ready for that. Just gonna quickly take some cash from Korchin, get out of here. And when it comes to Oroni, we can actually grab a full annexation. So this is perfect. 101% overextension. I think we can lower it. There we go, perfectly calculated, right? And we just finished a colony, perfect. Micronesia, let's go. Soon we're gonna have a bunch of cash that we can invest in that monument. Whoa, okay, maybe before fighting Ming we wanna deal with our 28,000 rebel stag that is soon gonna spawn. For our tier 3 government reform, we will select exile colonial companies. Additional 5% settler chance is gonna help us colonize faster. I think in this game we can stack mad settler chance and settlers increase once we collect all the bonuses from ideas, from our national ideas and so on. With this last rebel faction, for now we are rebel free. That's how I like to prepare for my wars. It just means these guys won't be able to reset separatism in our provinces, so we don't have to worry about further rebel factions spawning up. Oh Ming, you're going down, bro, you're going down. I know they have tons of soldiers right now. 55, actually not that much, I expected more. Maybe they lost some, they're fighting Lanchang. So right now we only have a conquest CB, so that's what we're gonna use. Later on through our missions we can get a special casus belli that will give us reduced costs for provinces, but once again I think that CB will not be the best one, as later on we will be just able to use take mandate of heaven CB for 50% reduction on everything. Dude, this is the second stab loss I've gotten in the last few years. I've just right now boosted my stability. Get lost, bro. Just to make this quicker, we are going to barrage, because this is just the first war. We're going for a few wars versus Ming in quick succession. We want to completely drain them and in return become rich quickly. You know how these get rich fast schemes in real life don't usually work? Well, in this game, when it comes to Ming, it always works. I love how we were able to also steal some ships from him. And speaking of ships, we actually need to get 20 light ones, as it's necessary for the missions. We will need to build some shipyards soon as well. Looks like we just got his flagship. There we go. And this might be our first battle. Where are you going, my friend? We gotta make sure to fight him while he's still on low mandate. 10,000 troops? What 10,000 troops? Oh, they just got an earthquake. They're down to 12 mandate. Oh boy, they're in a bad shape. There we go, another 9,000 wiped. You guys just continue sieging in the meantime. With our 20 light ships being finished building, we have additional 25% colonial range, plus 15 settlers, and a free explorer. Discover the new world mission is done. So now we're gonna start colonizing in Australia, and in the meantime our explorers are going for North America so we can set up our next colonies there. Whoa, okay, the Way of Tea is gonna give us a modifier until the end of the game, yearly prestige 0.50. That's cool. Japan has a lot of flavorful events, that's for sure. And speaking of them, tea will now be produced in one of our provinces. This is the third event, I swear to god, man. Can this bullcrap stop? Oh man, I would rather lose this government reform, but we can't just invest it into governing capacity before losing anything, so just gain corruption basically. 74%, I think that's gonna be just enough for us. So we're gonna take these provinces leading to Beijing and maximum cash 2,300 ducats, that's fine, let's go. Now guys, we can just concentrate some development. We're going for round 2 instantly. This time we're declaring a war on Ryukyu, which is a tributary of Ming, and Ming is getting cold. They will accept. So this means that once again, we can just take from Ming 2,700 ducats. If all goes well, we're gonna do this one more time right afterwards by using a different tributary. So we have been spanking Ming left and right, and we have gained tons of army tradition this way, which now allows us to complete Bushido. It allows us to reveal branching missions, so now we have land military path mission tree and naval one. So this is, I believe, the only mission that differs. If we choose the naval path, we get some naval bonuses including ship durability, ship cannons, and if we choose land, we get reinforced speed, military tactics, and army tradition from battles. Also, there is a different reward with the mission Train the Samurai. I think I will be going for the land mission. There we go, guys. We're just taking the money and getting the hell out of here as quick as possible. We're taking a full annexation of Ryukyu. I said that as if they didn't have just one province. Don't want to deal with the rebels right now, so I just sold titles. It's fine, 22% crown. We're gonna get this up in no time. We will need to have 50% for one of the missions, but that is not my priority right now. Now guys, we have nearly 4,000 ducats. We're going to repay our last 5 loans, which now in return allows us to get more national tax modifier, yearly inflation reduction, and of course spawn a gold province. But first we need to develop this to 8 base production, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Spawn infrastructure, actually we can even upgrade this more. There we go, give us gold, and now from this province we're making 8 ducats. Thank you very much. Let's not forget the monument that we talked about. We have this monument over here. We're gonna start expanding it right now. 2,500 ducats, let's go. At this next level, it's already gonna give us 15 global settlers, and at maximum 5% settler chance and 25 settlers. Now, can we do this one more time? The answer, unfortunately, is no, we cannot. Ming is 6,600 ducats in debt, but anyways, we did reset our truce. Even though we recently conquered their provinces, we now only took money, which means we have a truce for pretty much 7 to 8 years. Okay guys, we have time. For now, we do want to start reducing our autonomy. Let's get this down to 0. I actually forgot we need one more colony for our agenda, because this is once again gonna give us more settlers. So let's for now recall this one. Beat these guys up real quick so no more natives can spawn here. You guys go over here. We're gonna set up a new colony. How's Saidori doing? Oh, they're doing great. They just finished this province and they are now colonizing a new one. Just as planned. Should we now go for Sambas? That's the question. That second gold mine could be really juicy. So I've decided, yeah, we're gonna keep our mercenaries dealing with rebel factions as we have a few. Let's not waste time, let's get this Golem right now. I'm not gonna co-belligerent any of these guys. There we go, he's fighting the rebels. Development. Nice, we just got 2 events and in both of them we have the green option giving us the better rewards. We were about to lose another stability or tons of navy tradition. Yeah, thank you, I'll go for that and 2 development. And you, my friend, just got wiped. What an actual joke. This siege has taken ages, 92% to take it. Just go up to 99% while you're at it, bro. Why not? Wow, unbelievable. And that's why you complain. When you complain, you get good stuff. I just got a trade efficiency advisor, and since we paired it with yearly inflation, we have the radical reforms. We're gonna fire both of these guys. We're gonna take 200 of admin and diplo points. Welcome back, my friends. So when we started the video, we were pretty much broke in 1482. Now we're making over 22 ducats in balance. And I believe in the next 10 years we can double it, if not triple it. These East Indies guys, man, they're insane. They have 32 ships here. Like, this is no joke. Fortunately, we have some heavies so we can beat them up. But if you decide to co-belligerent like a few nations, like Malacca or such, you might be in trouble. And speaking of trouble, we need to get rid of Palembang, as this is a pirate nation. They just keep raiding our coast now. This is gonna get on my nerves soon. And in the meantime, it looks like Jeonju is stealing stuff from us. And by stuff I mean Korea. They're demolishing them. Not good stuff, we need to intervene. Nice, nice, nice. One more colony finished. So we don't really have the range to border these guys. Unless we make a colony over here. Yeah, I guess we can start here, right? Finally, truce. Beautiful. Time to get more crown lands and time to reduce autonomy, which should now allow us to complete the mission. There we go. Edo Jedi. We get minus 15% development cost. That's great. Now to complete this next one, we need no inflation and at least 1,700 ducats. How about we do this? 2 loans, reduce this, complete the mission, enjoy the benefits, including construction cost and construction time. Matter of fact, give me more loans. We can take the Merchant Guild ones and have 4,000 ducats, which we're gonna invest. We're gonna make a huge investment. Tons of workshops, starting with Kyoto, giving us more than half a ducat. Give me some shipyards as we're above our naval force limit. We can get some tax buildings. That's about right. Let's colonize fast. Recall this guy. We're gonna set up more colonies at the same time. And we're also gonna start making a claim. Beautiful. We built more than 15 workshops. So now we get a reward based on our isolationism level. And we can check this right here. Our current level is 3. So it means we will be getting the reward giving us development cost reduction and goods produced modifier. Now we already had dev cost minus 15% from another mission, so developing should be relatively cheap. 21 points over here. If we can just wait a tiny bit for colonialism, if it doesn't spawn for us. And I wanted to finish off Korea, but now Ming fixed their problems, so they would join. And I don't want this to happen because of our current truce, which is gonna end in 1 year. We're gonna fight Ming instead and try to repeat what we did previously to get twice the money. And I gotta say, this run so far, I've been managing the rebels really well. All the time I'm provoking this revolt, so the rebels haven't been able to occupy pretty much any of our provinces, which completely kills them off. 41 ducats balance. We already doubled our income in like 3 to 4 years. Goods produced modifier plus 10%, this is also gonna help. We can get way bigger of an army right now. Our army force limit is 67 already. Please give me some more cannons, some soldiers. No way they allied Bengal. What the hell, man? That's mad annoying. Okay. Well, there goes that. We have to fight them anyways. I can't believe we will have to walk all the way down there. But we can't do a naval invasion, so yeah. See, I blame you, Bengal. I have been boasting how well I have been managing the rebels, and now they're gonna occupy the province all because of Bengal. It's official, man. I hate Bengal. This siege is taken up to 71%, all because of Bengal. Okay, we finally got it. I'm afraid that this war might be more us fighting Ming's rebels than fighting them. And that's what happens when they don't have a mandate. So, colonialism did spawn. It's okay, we have development cost reductions. This is gonna cost 16 points to develop at 12 development, and now it's gonna be even cheaper when we expand infrastructure. Let's just spam and spawn it right next to our capital. And it's gonna spread super quickly because we have this modifier increasing institution spread by 100%. So we're gonna have it in no time. More temples, please, and even if they don't give that much cash, we're gonna go for expand temple rights reform, which is gonna make us have less unrest with every temple that we have. Okay, we have a new ruler. He is amazing, but he is 58 years old, so good things don't last long. The heir is okay, I guess I won't disinherit him because he's above average, 10 total in stats. Arrival of European traders. Does this mean that some of them, like Castile or someone, started colonizing right next to us? Well, I don't think I see them. But once again, we now have choices towards which path we want to go, open or isolationist. Could get 500 ducats, but let's just move towards isolationism right now, increasing our trade a little bit. Man, what's up with the sieges in this run? Like, honestly, I haven't been so unlucky with the sieges in a long time. What a joke, man. Can these guys just get out of here for now? There we go. Let's just take 500 ducats. Leave. Instantly, we're investing this money in courthouses as we're not doing that great with our earning capacity. We're right at the maximum mark. These decisions are so good. Like, each time we lose an explorer, we just click this button, get one with 100 tradition, and we don't even have to spend Diplo points on them. I haven't recruited a single explorer since the very first one, I believe. Keep going, boys. Keep exploring for me. No way, man. Our king just died. Seriously? At least we can still declare wars. And the regent is actually damn good. Zealot as well. Carpet sieging is very dangerous. Rebels keep spawning. We need to finish this ASAP. Okay, really, it's all about the money. Let's just finish it right now. Colonialism is here, which means we are upgrading this and this. We won't be able to core stuff anyways right now, because hopefully we're gonna start another war right in 12 days. Yes, we can attack Korea, and Ming is gonna join, so that's perfect. Lovely stuff. We're repeating what we did previously, and we're gonna take once again nearly 3,000 ducats from him. And this is what I meant by that we won't be able to core stuff. We're not getting any progress because the provinces that we're trying to core are held by the nation that we are currently fighting, which is Ming. So in most cases I wouldn't upgrade the technology before coring the provinces, but in this case it really didn't matter. Oh, there's gold here. That's cool. Recall. Guys, there's gold. Move there. Too good, guys. Simply too good. We are rich. Ming is bankrupt the second time. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna try and steal some ships from Korea, then we can finish this as well. No luck. Oh well. Thank you for the provinces though. So with all this cash that we have, let's go ahead and upgrade some centers of trade first things first. Gov capacity is looking a tiny bit better once we have built tons of courthouses. Like, look at that, we spammed them quite nicely. We're gonna continue doing this. So we're doing quite a nice expansion here in the new world. We're gonna take 2 provinces. No, actually just 1 province. Can't reach this one. But we're going to take 2 provinces definitely once we attack Salish, as we're setting up a new colony next to Haida. Pretty much as soon as we finish that core, we're gonna form our first colonial nation too. There we go, guys. As we discussed, you give us your land and we will give you something. There we go, guys. We have finished the last plutocratic idea, giving us manpower recovery speed, and now we have the Colonial Companies Act policy available, which increases our settlers even more and gives us more colonial range. Guys, right now we are colonizing 4 provinces at the same time, which costs us 28 ducats, and we are still making 36 ducats, so we did pretty much triple or quadruple our income from the last few years. Alright, we have our first colonial nation, Japanese Alaska. I want to move to California from here, so let's set up 1 colonist over there. Zuni has quite a few provinces that we can take from them. And I was pretty much waiting for this. We developed this 2 times, complete our agenda. Let's see what we have for merchant guilds. Okay, more settlers, that's great. We're gonna sell titles. We still have 40% crownlands. We can now complete this mission, giving us national unrest -1, all estates loyalty equilibrium +10%, and no stability loss on monarch death until the end of the game. So that's amazing. For this next mission, we just need to own 50% crownlands. So pretty much we will be completing this after 5 years. Feels good, man. We barely have any rebels. We have stacked national unrest reduction quite well, and this is without even having the national unrest advisor. I was talking previously how I want to fight Majapahit. No, sorry, I mean Palembang. But I completely forgot about it, so now we're gonna go after them, and we're gonna co-belligerent Majapahit. Unfortunately, it won't be a full annexation, but we can cut them down in size at least. Alright, cool. Another war versus Ming. Mandate of Heaven to be the same. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? That's actually a ton of aggressive expansion for taking Majapahit's provinces. Like, these guys will totally hate us now, but whatever, we're doing it. We didn't come here for nothing, right? Boom, core it up. And we have taken out these pirate rascals. So long, Palembang. We have level 10 admin technology now, which means we can unlock our 3rd idea group. And I was thinking really to go with infrastructure, as it gives development costs, construction costs, everything you need to play it all, and a super nice policy combined with exploration ideas, giving each of your colonies additional free development. But honestly, having 2 additional colonists would be quite huge, so I'm gonna opt for expansion this time. Infrastructure, maybe we can pick it up later. So Ming's gonna give us quite a few provinces. 2,500 ducats too. We took enough provinces to complete the mission Conquer South China, which until the end of the game gives us trade efficiency +10% and center of trade upgrade cost -15%. We additionally get permaclaims in every province that is a part of Malacca trade node, and some buffs for the province of Koyo. And Koyo is not just a province, but our 3rd gold province. Now, because we took so much stuff, yep. Overextension, it's a little bit problematic. Yeah, we will probably get plagued by rebels, but there has to be a price to pay for taking like 20 provinces of Ming in one war. Loans are much bigger, you know what? Let's repay those. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now we have 5,000 ducats, and we can finally upgrade this monument to the maximum level. I think from time to time I'm gonna invest some manpower once we have more of it. We have recently built tons of barracks in our country, so our manpower levels will start looking better. Developing is so cheap, let's just go ham with it, man. We have points to spare. Oh my god, the permaclaims that we got from that mission, that's insane. It's gonna be nice since we can attack anyone we want, we don't need to border them to make claims. And alright guys, despite some rebels, we are now able to complete the mission 5 region houses. So this reward depends on how you complete the mission. We completed it with the alternative method, which is having less than 3 privileges granted to Bushi and less than 50 influence. Now this will give us 20% crown lands and 100 government reform progress, which is insane. We're up to 73% crown lands. At such high level, we get tons more reform progress. You know what, now we can afford to disinherit this guy. Let's hunt for something better. Advisor resigns. Horrified by our conquest banned foreign policy, a leading court advisor has resigned and left the country. Oh, that's how it is. I'ma have to put you in a cell, in a locked cell for a little bit. Typical naysayer. Oh, you said you left the country, so what are you doing here in our court? Our government is totally corruption free. Oh, guys, no, that's what I'm talking about. When I said we can gamble for an heir, I didn't expect that the first time we will get, well, an heiress. But look at these stats. Dope, that's dope. Oh, we have finally survived the rebel hell. This was hella annoying, but some of these factions will now just disappear. It's been a while since we looked at the Great Powers list. We are now comfortably in the first place. I don't know for how long we have been here, but all of this is looking pretty much regular except for Naples. Naples has nearly 600 development. They're almost the size of Castile. Did they do a reverse on Aragon? I would really love to see what's going on there. So this is a mechanic that I sometimes do forget, but we can create trade posts. 41 admin points, it's a little bit discounted while we still have golden era. It increases local trade power by 10, and we can set up these in each of the trade nodes. So we now have one in the Moluccas, we can get one in Malacca, and so on. Nice way to boost up the trade, especially when we don't need to care that much about admin points. Like technology wise, we're doing just fine, and we're still like constantly coring up stuff. So I think it's time to boost up our colony a little bit. I'll give them a gift of, let's say, 300 ducats. And we should go ahead and start some wars in North America. Oh, god damn it, I forgot these rebels. For the next government reform, we pretty much have two good choices here. And that I would say could be increasing samurai force limit by 10%, yearly army tradition decay, or we could also go for amphibious specialization. This is a reform that I quite oftenly pick. So in this run I want to pick something that is exclusive to Japan. Let's go with Bushido Code. Because we did reach tier 5 government reform, we can also now complete Train the Samurai. And as we did choose land mission path, we will be getting 10% additional fire damage for samurais. Oh, I guess this just replaces our tier 5 government reform. Yeah, never mind. We have reformed the samurai, giving us yearly army tradition, samurai force limit. Wait, this is... How does this make sense? We get 5% samurai force limit, and we would have gotten 10% instead. Did they somehow overlook this? Because it's very weird how it gives you a smaller percentage. Hey, there we go. Our first treasure fleet has arrived, and it brought us 125 ducats. And that's why it's nice to have your colonies have some gold provinces. I decided to finally connect our borders, so I fought a little quick war versus Manchu. Sweet, there we go. Oh, so just as that, we're spawning another gold province in mainland Japan. And because why not, it also gets free base production. You know what, before we do get additional production, let's start developing it ourselves, at least a tiny bit. There we go, instantly we will have it at 10 dev, giving us 9 ducats. So this is a mission that we could have completed ages ago if we really wanted to. But honestly, there was no rush. This CB is not that good to conquer China. We do get 15 additional army tradition, and there is this reward depending on your choices. You can get up to 25% culture conversion cost if you have a level 5 Diplo advisor with this buff. Or if you accept Korean culture, you instead gain access to the Jeongbok Palace Great Project, which offers 20% advisor cost reduction, monthly autonomy change 0.10, and Monarch admin skill +2. So in my case, I did accept Korean culture, so we're going for this secondary objective, and eventually we will be upgrading the monument. I guess this CB is kinda useful if we're gonna fight Manchu again, because then we can take these provinces a little bit cheaper, but for Ming, you obviously just wanna go with take Mandate of Heaven CB. Okay, maybe it's not that bad in case some nations start popping out from Ming, because you instantly get this. Okay, I take my words back. It's not that bad. I think we can now finally finish this North American war, so we're taking the entirety of Zuni. These guys are constantly bullying our colonies. We'll have to take this matter into our own hands and declare a war. Boom, so we're finishing another expansion idea, and this gives us global settlers plus 20. We recently just got another 20 from expansion ideas. We're making 4 colonies at once, as we have constantly been doing. We get 140 settlers per year in a colony. And look at that, new settlers chance 36% as well. So from this point we really elevate our colonial game. So after a few annexations, we're not doing that great with Overextension. I've decided that we will start releasing some nations. Let's annex Taiwan, and we can go ahead and release Wu. They will receive 7 provinces, but we're gonna give them a couple more. I don't want to core all of this stuff myself. 124%, and we're soon gonna finish a few cores. I think we're gonna be fine from here. Oh look, we can have a rival. That's unexpected. It's Timurids. I mean, they're doing fine I guess, but they're not massive or anything. Well, they have 900 development apparently. Their borders don't look that crazy. I'm thinking maybe it's now time to also start exploiting a little bit of development, tax development. This is gonna give us some money, which we can once again reinvest, and it's gonna allow us to fix at least a tiny bit of our earning capacity problems. Well, that's not a huge boost, but it's something. At least we don't have negative admin efficiency now. Japanese California, welcome. It's our 3rd colonial nation now. I'm not gonna lie, I was about to alt F4 this because we just got an event, a beloved heir dies, and we would lose this nearly perfect stats heiress. Fortunately, the second option offers an heir with nearly as good stats, so I'm not that mad, but it seems these events only happen when, you know, you have something insane. As we have over 85% war score with Ming, we can now complete the mission Mandate to Rule Them All, which gives us this event, and it allows us to become the Emperor of China. We also get additionally Mandate Growth Modifier plus 0.10, Max Promoted Cultures. This is all until the end of the game. Or we can just select a temporary boost for core creation cost and province war score cost. Let's go, let's become the Emperor of China. Now this means a few things. Of course, we have the access to the Empire of China mechanics. We can grab development costs and core creation costs as our decree. And once we have enough mandate, we can pass celestial reforms and get a lot of bonuses this way. We will need to get some tributaries to increase our mandate. We need to eliminate our loans. We need to get rid of devastation, so build forts around these provinces where there is devastation or just develop them. A not so cool thing is that we still have this massive Manchu. They have over 300 development, 338 to be exact. So this means we will get a disaster that will start ticking, so we will need to cut these guys down in size. But now about the good things. Our tier 1 government reform now is Celestial Empire, which reduces the estate influence and gives us a massive amount of governing capacity. So our gov capacity is up to 1.5 thousand. We also have a new estate. Oh yeah, we did lose a bit of crownlands for this. We had, I believe, 60% and now we're down to 43. And Unix is not that good of an estate, you know. But we also have this new batch of missions available as the Emperor of China. And with the last mission, we can even get all powers cost minus 5% until the end of the game. So we can combine all of this with the Japanese missions. It's not worth to anymore grab money from Ming. They're very poor. We would only be able to get 1,000. Honestly, I would much rather just grab more provinces. And yeah, that's right. This would give us a ton of overextension, which is still fine. We can concentrate a little bit of development, and we can grant a province or two to our vassal Wu. So this way we will avoid problems with rebellions. This is the disaster that I was talking about. Unguarded nomadic frontier. So what we need to do is just lower Manchu's total development to less than 300, which we're gonna do in a few years. Our truce expires in 5 years, and for this to completely tick, it would need 100 months, which is like 8 years or something like that. So we do have plenty of time. There's a few nations that would like to become our tributaries, nations like Brunei, Pagaruyung. Why not? Let's grab some tributaries. And obviously we can instantly demand them to give us anything like diplo points, admin points. In this case, yes please, both of you give me admin. We can also force tributary states, so even on massive countries like Uzbek we could do that. But we pretty much want to use the CB not to just force vassalize them, but to also snake around, as we can only use it on nations of course that we border, so we need to border as many nations as possible. Oh, there we go. Also, we will start getting events like this. We can just choose to get 5 mandate, or we can invest a tiny bit of money, 1000 ducats, and we get more mandate this way. So in most of the cases, I will select options like this one. Money is not an issue right now, and mandate is always welcome. You know, establishing tributaries on like minor nations like these ones in North America could still be super nice, because eventually we will finish the mission Hegemon of Asia, and this until the end of the game will give us the modifier Divine Aspirations, which increases monarch power tribute from tributary states by 1. So we can just cheese a tons of monarch points, and of course we can reinvest that into development. We got the event the Eunuchs of the Japan Empire. Now this will change the way how corner store of an empire mission behaves. We will grab this first option, giving us 5% crown lands. We could get one stability, but I do wanna curb their power. So now that we complete this mission, we get the alternative reward. Enacting the Expand Palace Bureaucracy Decree will also give 20% advisor cost reduction. And this is the decree that we got, so now we have all of these benefits. The events don't stop, boys. Stability. We can get 3000 ducats if we wanted to, for a price. Definitely for a price. But as I said, I will invest anything and everything to get more mandate. So now that we're up to 82, we can, if we want to, pass our first reform. But I like passing them when we're at 100, so that we don't get like a massive debuff for being below 50 mandate. As we upgrade our third advisor here, we can now also do the mission the Censorate. And we get 4 options here. We can grab 100 government reform progress, reduced unrest and mandate growth modifier for, what is this, 25 years, or all estates loyalty equilibrium and loss of corruption. Now this wouldn't be that bad because we could have 800 ducats, but 100 government reform progress is pretty much priceless, so we're going for this one. We can pass our first reform, and we're going for New World Expeditions. This is gonna give us an additional colonist. There we go. Ideology for our empire is a super important event, as it allows you to get Confucian religion. You get some additional mandate, meritocracy, and Shinto becomes harmonized, so you keep basically all the religious unity. You don't get a debuff. But the problem now is that we would lose these benefits from isolationism. So we currently have Closed Doors level 4, which gives us 10% dev cost reduction, tolerance of true faith, global prosperity growth, well, most importantly, dev cost. We would lose it, and I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to get the 15% morale of armies, additional missionary, and other bonuses from this mission over here. Tough choice, and probably a lot of you would disagree on this, but I wanna keep Shinto religion. It's 1544, it's been 100 years since the start of the game. We have been able to create a pretty big colonial empire. We started getting some tributaries as well as became the Emperor of China. We have a pretty stable economy. 70 ducats in balance, which we can easily double in the next 10 or 20 years. And our economy in general is by far the biggest economy in the world. Actually, it's Mamluks right before us. But yeah, this is gonna be it for today. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure to click the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any thoughts about this. I will see you next time. Thank you so much to our YouTube channel members and Patreon supporters Woeno, the Whale Biologist, Lazar, and Nikolas. Your support is greatly appreciated.